What's up, everybody? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where my people at? Get in here. Let's go. Get in here. Where my people at? Let's go, everybody get in here. Where is everybody at? Let's get into it. Welcome to the stream, everybody. How are y'all feeling today? How are y'all feeling today? How are y'all feeling today? Ooh, child, the energy has been very intense. What's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? What's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing today? Guys, man, I don't know what to tell you, but the energy has been intense. The energy has been intense. I've just been trying to stay grounded. I've just been trying to do what I need to do my meditations. Because this energy ain't nothing to play with right now. It's not nothing to play with. It's not nothing to play with. What does that mean? I'm struggling, dude. What you mean you struggling? What you mean you struggling? What you mean you struggling? Oh, why can't it? What you mean you struggling? How do you eat? I eat whatever I want. I eat whatever I want. What's good, everybody? Welcome to the live. Get in here. Let's stop playing. Stop playing. Get your behind in here. Get in here. It's time. Get in here. Get in here. Get in here. I'm not playing nobody else's music but my own music. If you want to hear that nigga, you need to go to his stream. There's been a lot going on. There has been a lot going on. Do you believe in alkaline nutrition and all that? And I've never studied it or anything. So I know nothing about it. All right, y'all. Let's get into the live. I'm excited to see y'all. I'm excited to talk to y'all. I'm going to do a little bit of yapping with y'all, and then we're going to react to a couple of things today. If you have not yet, make sure you guys follow me on all platforms, okay? Follow me on all platforms, all right, y'all? On all platforms, okay? I don't just stream on here, so just make sure y'all everywhere, okay? All right. Anyways, what I want to talk to y'all about today is about what this next season really is going to look like for a lot of y'all. I feel like I've been doing so much meditation. I've been taking so much time to really just like sit with myself and kind of hear what the energy is saying. You know, sometimes you could really hear your own inner voice if you just get quiet enough. But sometimes we can be so distracted by the people around us that we don't hear our own voice. And that's another thing that I wanted to tell you. Start working out with no music. Start going on walks with no music. Because what I started to notice is that when we always have something in our ear, it stops us from hearing our own voice. There are times when other people's voices are louder than our own. And when that starts to happen, you're in a very dangerous place because you're no longer connected to your own identity, your own destiny. But now you're on somebody else's timing. One reason why everything is so different right now is number one, time has changed. Time has shifted. Something that is not real, quote unquote, has shifted. So you already know the Matrix is creating change. You already know, if you ever watched the Matrix, I want y'all, if you have not yet, I want y'all to go and watch the Matrix. The Matrix is so coded with so much information. I feel like every time I watch the Matrix, it always just gives me more and more and more insight, more information. I feel like you cannot, like, there's no way you can watch the Matrix and not have some type of food for thought. You know what I mean? But what the Matrix made me realize is truly, like, you either know the path or you walk the path. Some of y'all, you know where you're supposed to be. You know what you're supposed to be doing. You know that you're going to be big. But you knowing it doesn't mean anything. Just because you know it don't mean it's going to happen. You got to actually go out and go do that shit. You got to actually go out and put the work in. So a lot of y'all seeing these videos right now and y'all seeing these lives because I'm going hard. I'm putting it out. Y'all got to understand that this isn't about competition. This isn't about being better than somebody. This is simply about seeing what's possible. Seeing the best version of yourself. How could you live a life and not want to see what's possible? It has nothing to do with anybody else but simply you. I cannot live a life not knowing what my full potential is. I would rather deal with the difficulty of making everything I want to happen instead of dealing with the difficulty of regret of wishing I made it happen. I can't live with that. And I'm telling you right now, you don't want to live with that. If you're watching this, it's simply because you have a big destiny. You wouldn't feel acclimated or called, or you wouldn't resonate with this live if you was a person of small destiny. Anything I'm saying right now wouldn't even motivate you. It wouldn't even resonate with you. It wouldn't even align with you. But I need you to understand that you got to do this shit from your heart. Yeah, you want to get money, but you got to do this shit from the heart because the heart is the most abundant source. And you may say, what does that mean to do something from the heart? Like getting money. Like I go to work, I get money, but my heart not in it. That's the thing. You're not living at your highest level of luxury of life because you're not operating from your heart. You're operating out of survival. I'm working here to get this. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I want y'all to start focusing on how you can serve the world through your heart. Like what I'm doing right now, I'm yapping. But I'm yapping about shit that I love. And it's helping somebody. And a lot of y'all sleep on yourself. Y'all think that y'all small. Y'all think that you can't really be as big as you want to be. And truth be told, I think the reason why you think that is because you don't think it's possible. And you have to understand, one of the main things in the book Think and Grow Rich is if you think you can, you will. If you think you can't, you won't. And I posted this today. If you think you're attractive, you are. If you think you're not, you're not. You could literally be super good looking, but because you think you're attractive, you're not going to look attractive. What if I told you everything is literally what you think? If you think you're going to get money, you're going to get money. If you think you a get money ass nigga, that's what you're going to get. But if you're hesitating, it's because your identity is telling you. If you are a hesitating motherfucker, do you know what that means about your identity? You see, me personally, I'm a type of person where I always want to see what I'm really made of. So I risk. I'm a risk taker. Why am I a risk taker? Because I'm not afraid to fail. Because I know failing brings me closer to where I want to be. And the more that I challenge myself to stretch, you start to realize that you stretch way further than you thought. But a lot of y'all are so scared to see how far you can go. And until you learn how to be okay with being uncomfortable, you're never going to know what's really possible. Some of y'all real life have super abilities. Like some of y'all are your dreams. Some of y'all dreams are so fucking ahead of the curve. Some of y'all, the way that you read people's energy, some of y'all can hear people's thoughts. Some of y'all just attract people to you. Another thing, if y'all have not yet, make sure y'all click the link in my bio and y'all join Styx's Mystery School. That is where I teach. That is what I mentor. Zayden, I got you. I keep forgetting Zayden. Please don't let me forget. I gotta put you in a mystery school. Okay. Um, Another thing I want to say too is a lot of y'all, oh gosh, when I hear the way that y'all think, I want to tell y'all that 90% of y'all problems is not an external problem. 90% of y'all problems is really how you think. Some of y'all really think you in a fucked up position. In all reality, God is putting you in a position to perform. But because it's not happening the way that you want it to, you thinking you in a fucked up position. Whole time you right where you want to be. Whole time you in a position to succeed. But because it's not showing up how you want it to show up, you feeling a type of way. This month is going to be a very emotional month. And what I need you to do is, I need you to work out a lot this month. This month, everybody should be working out. I don't want to hear no fucking excuses. Because when your head start going crazy and you start crying and you start getting emotional and you don't know why, best believe I told you this month is the month you better be working out, because it is going to get intense. November is an 11 month. A month of emotional trauma, a month of drama. A month of drama. Also, I do want to let you guys know, make sure you guys join Sticks Mystery School. The link is in the bio. I also have an app. But what I really wanted to say is that, at this time, I really just want y'all to focus on burning away every aspect of you that you know is not really you. Some of y'all have taken on identities of playing small just to fit in the crowd. And that's not going to help you in the long run. Playing small limits you from striking big. Playing small limits you from putting yourself out there, because when you play small, you stop yourself from thinking that opportunities are for you. I do have a YouTube channel. It's Sticks River. It's Sticks River. It's Sticks River. You feel me? Guys, y'all, this is the moment where I really feel like it's Q4. This is the time where you really gotta lock the fuck in. Like, this is the time where you get your bad bitch body. This is the time where you start waking up 5 a.m., 6 a.m. and while it's cold, you outside getting it in. You focused on your body. You doing your meditations. I also want to let y'all know now, guys, if you're not meditating, please do. What does it mean if you're not meant? What does it mean if you're not meant to be understood by others? That means you're a trailblazer. That means that you set the path. You set the trend. People don't understand something that's not popular right now. So when you're ahead of the curve, they're not going to be able to see it. And that within itself makes you misunderstood. That's why Aquariuses tend to be very misunderstood. Because they're very forward thinking. And a lot of times it's like, if you are seeking validation, when you're a forward-thinking person, you're not going to trust it. You're going to think that you're not doing what you're supposed to do because everybody is telling you it's not cool, it's not lit. So because it seems like it's not cool, it's not lit, you don't want to do it, when in reality, it's going to be cool and lit. You just couldn't trust your own voice. Do you believe you're part of the 1%? And thinking, of course. But when it comes to money, I'm not there yet. I need to be there. I'm probably like the top 10%. That's about it. Top 10%. Yeah, man. I love y'all though. I'm trying to just study and lock in as much as possible on just like evolving the self. Like, I feel like in November, this is the time to just like really reinvent yourself. Really create the new you. How do you want to be perceived? How do you want people to see you? What energy do you want to give when you walk in the room? What does your style say about you? Like, you could build yourself a whole new character, a whole new life. But you have to be willing to let go of your old life. And a lot of y'all are so stuck in between two realms, and you cannot live two lives. You have to fully commit to the new version of yourself. If you say you're going to be wealthy, that means you got to break up with lack. If you say you want to be successful, that means you have to break up with a losing mentality. Somebody said, what does it mean when you don't fit in at any workplace, and at every workplace your coworkers are rude, try to disrespect you, and make you feel a type of way? you're in the wrong environment, and your environment is pushing you out. Period. But you also have to drop the idea that everywhere you go, you get bullied. Because as long as you believe everywhere you go, you get bullied, that's what you're going to create. You know, there's a story in Think and Grow Rich and Neville Goddard that talks about learning how to view everyone differently. If somebody is mean to you, view them as them being nice to you. And you'll notice that some of the shit that you got going on is actually how you're viewing it. That's the whole fucking crazy part about this year. It's just like, it really shows you how much your mind really is a mirror. That's what this year taught me. Like, you will not have lack in your life if you do not think lack. Simple. Simple. It's an algorithm. Why would you have giraffes on your explore page if you've never searched up a giraffe, if you've never looked up a giraffe, if you've never entertained a picture of giraffe? Why would a giraffe pop up on your explore page? Cool, it pops up once. You don't interact with it again. Why would the algorithm suggest it again? Do you understand that the algorithm works like a brain and it uses auto-suggestion? The same way the algorithm brings you new things to interact with is the same way that your brain brings you new thoughts to interact with. It's called auto-suggestion. All you need to do is rewire your auto-suggestion to give you positive thoughts, abundant thoughts. Once you do that, you will become someone new. The problem is you don't know how to break the habit of being your old self. So you're addicted. Believe it or not, some of y'all are addicted to your old self because it's comfortable. Knowing exactly what's going to happen is comfortable to some people. Not knowing what's going to happen next is scary to some people, even if what's going to happen next, if you don't know, but it's a good thing, you will still choose the familiar because you don't want to know, like you don't want to be in the unknown. But the unknown is where you find miracles. And it's funny because I actually teach people how to rewire their brain for success. You have to understand that, number one thing that I teach everybody that I've been mentoring is that you have to create an environment that demands greatness. And you have to protect that. That means that you don't allow people around you who accept mediocrity. When you start to rewire yourself for greatness, you do not accept mediocrity and you defend and you protect those standards. Stop allowing people to demonize you for having those higher standards and wanting to be great. Those people that demonize you are not your people. Period. Stop trying to cope. Stop trying to make it work. That's your fucking problem. When you see shit don't work, you think it's your pride. You think it's your attitude. You think it's an attack on who you are instead of realizing, hey, maybe I just outgrown this person. Maybe I'm just no longer a mirror to this person. Maybe I've just realized that this person is not it. Maybe I just mistook this person's character, and that's okay. In this life, you're going to go through people. You want to meet as many people as possible because every person teaches you something new. All right? Another thing, if you want to book a one-on-one with me, make sure you guys go ahead and DM me. And like I said, make sure you guys join the Sticks Mystery School. I'm going to be talking a lot about neuroscience on there because I feel like a lot of people don't realize success is not about how talented you are. Success is about how you think. Period. Because there are people who are super talented that are not successful because their mind is shit. Everything is the mind. Hell, your talent, your real talent is based on the mind. Is it okay to use Zod to connect, like channel my inner voice to help guide me to the next steps in life? Everything is intention, but I want y'all to understand that smoke, regardless, is spiritual, especially when it comes to the ancestors. That's why you light candles. That's why you light cigars for the ancestors. It's all about how you use it. It's all about what you're using too. Some of y'all talking about this Za. Y'all need to make sure y'all got some good stuff, period. You know? Make sure y'all get me on the Purple app. Make sure y'all get me on the Purple app, all right? Make sure y'all get me on the Purple app, all right? Make sure y'all get me, all right? So, yeah, man, that's something I wanted to say. And quite frankly, for me, I just feel like I just want to be the best regardless. It's not about beating somebody. It's not about, like, I just want to be the best version of me. Do you believe understanding the mechanics of the brain through neuroscience helps harness intellect? Mm, I think intellect also has a lot to do with intuition. Intellect is also understanding that, just because you may not have the physical proof doesn't mean that it's false. You know what I mean? Intellect is also imagination. I think that some people think that intellect is just a logical thing, when in reality, intellect is also a creative thing. Miss Unique, you need to join the mystery school. That's what you led here to do. Join the damn mystery school. You feel me? This is what I do, y'all. This is what I do, y'all. Make sure y'all click the link in the bio and join the mystery school, all right? All right. I'm also going to be doing numerology reading soon. I'm going to be doing numerology reading. So if you want to book me for a numerology reading, go ahead and DM me. Go ahead. Y'all drop your birthdays. Let's do a couple of birthdays. Y'all drop your birthdays. Let's do a couple of birthdays. I'm doing it for free. Drop your birthdays. Let's do a couple of birthdays. August 14th. Ho. You're a hoe. November 30th. You're very funny. You're talkative. You look young for your age. November 16th. You love to be by yourself. You're very introspective. February 22nd. You're very hardworking. November 13th. Hardworking. Very psychological. May 11th. Very emotional. Very delusional. Sometimes very argumentative. January 19th. Went through a very emotional upbringing. September 22nd. Master number, you probably have a lot of deep dreams. You're really good with building people up. January 25th, you're very smart about your money. You could have grown up very poor or very wealthy. January 5th, 1992, you're very attractive. You love sexual energy. You love the opposite sex, or you could be, gay. Hey. October 11th, you're in a year of talking. You're in a year of friends. You're in a year of communicating. Also, guys, I want to let you know that if you guys want a full numerology reading, full on numerology reading, I read you everything about your birthday, just go ahead and DM me. All right. They said she legit Rombo. September 17th, 2001, you're very vengeful. You could bitch a lot. You don't like when people do you dirty because you tend to want to get their ass back. You're about your money. You could have grown up very poor or very rich, or back and forth, back and forth. You struggle with your money. Your money's very up and down. March 7th, you're very aggressive, very argumentative, or somebody was very aggressive to you growing up. Make sure you guys put the year, please. 2001, this is a good year for you. 2001 is a good year for you. I'm doing everybody's birthday. 8:30, you came up from an emotional upbringing. Somebody was not there for you. August 16th, you're very intellectual, you're very psychological, you're very observant. Grace, you do terrible with relationships. Stay away from relationships. This is a year of being a loner for you. So within the next year, stay by yourself. Focus on yourself. November 7th, you're an overthinker. Your environment plays a big part in your life, and it really fucks with you. So make sure you have a good environment around you. 1991, 1991, you are very stubborn. Very stubborn, very muscular. Guys, is this accurate? Is what I'm saying accurate? Is what I'm saying accurate, y'all? If I've already given you a reading, is what I'm saying accurate? Comment down below. Comment down below. Wow. And that's just for free. Make sure y'all DM me to get a real reading. DM me to get a real reading. The readings usually last about 35 minutes to an hour. So make sure you guys DM me for a reading, y'all.